7 days ago, the Morpheus Project had its fair launch, which resulted in overwhelming success. All initial goals were blown out of the water from the unparalleled support from its growing community. Congratulations to the project and the contributors for their diligent work. Now, if you're already in the project's Discord, you might have seen a lot of talk about the near future. And if you don't already know, for all contributors earning more emissions, you'll be able to claim after bootstrapping phase 1 is complete. And all this has led to some serious discussion on price prediction, emission rates, and minute details with contributions. So today, I'm going to talk with you about all of this. And to start, I'm going to showcase some of the amazing resources made by community members and how we can use these resources to measure all of the accomplishments the fair launch has made. Then I want to talk with you more about the topics of discussions that I've been seeing in the Discord and offer any insight that I can. And finally, as a contributor myself, I'm going to show you how much more I've earned as a capital provider and also give you my recommendations on safe practices so that your emissions earned are secured. And for everyone out there, if you aren't in the Discord already, I highly recommend joining because it's a great place to have discussions, collaborate, and answer or ask any questions. I'll leave a link to it in the description of this video. So let's get into it. Now, what I love so much about this project is the growing resources people are making every single day that ultimately help the project as a whole. Now, there's two people in particular. So shout out to Potato and Chasing Dreams. These are both phenomenal websites to keep track of live data from capital contributions. And I'll have a link in the description for both of those websites. First, we're gonna check out Potato's dashboard for all the metrics. As we can see, this is the total staked ETH in the contract, that in US dollars, total unique depositors, the frequency of deposits, the summation of deposits per day, largest depositors, recent transactions, and then at the bottom here, reward return on investments per fully diluted valuation of Ethereum. Overall, Potato, this is a phenomenal dashboard. Thank you so much. And next, let's check out Chasing Dreams' dashboard. First and foremost, I love the UX design. Beautiful. Coolest thing right here is the bootstrap. It'll tell us the moment that the bootstrap ends and when you can finally claim your more. Awesome. To the left, we have total staked Ethereum, days since kicked off, so it'll work in tandem with the bootstrap. Total daily emissions for all four, total circulating supply, and then the capital emissions itself. So it's a portion of the total daily emissions, which is 24% of this. And then he has links to the site, Discord Capital. And if we go over here, we have the staked ETH. This is an awesome calculator. It'll give you a rough idea. Now, it is an estimation of what you'll earn on those days. So if I put in 1.5, we can see the daily emissions, weekly earnings, monthly earnings, and yearly earnings. And it even calculates what it'll be at when the bootstrap ends. Over here, we have the emissions. So this is good if you want to do your own calculations. You can take this data and then price projection, which is awesome. So based on market cap, we can see what the price is at. Now, I'm hoping, and this is on the 90-day mark, right? Hoping that we get the market cap of 500 million. That'd be a nice price. Overall, Chasing Dreams, this is a phenomenal site. Thank you so much for this resource. So the big takeaway here is as the project grows, people are taking it upon themselves to build up the ecosystem. Lovely to see. And keep in mind, this is just 7 days in. Imagine what's gonna be accomplished in 1 year, even 10 years down the road. Now, going back to the total capital that's been contributed, I think the initial goal was to raise in 7 days about 10 million. And the project is coming up on raising 200 million.
Yes! 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 Yes!
If in only 7 days the project has been able to raise 200 million, I'm really curious to see what that number is post bootstrapping phase. And this also brings up another talking point that I wanted to address. And I saw some people discussing the emission rates, and it seemed like it was not as much as people hoped for. And I get it. Who doesn't want more and more? However, it's important to keep in mind that the daily emissions are rewarded based upon a percentage of the whole. In other words, the higher that the total staked is, the harder that it is to be rewarded. And if we go back and reference Potato's dashboard, we can see that the total staked right now is 67,292, which is about $191 million. For this example, let's round up to $200 million. Now, if I want to have 1% ownership of the daily emission, I'd have to put up $2 million.
No! No! No!
And that would net me, for today, 34 more coin. So although someone is being rewarded less, the value of the coin itself is much more valuable.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
And this is a much better situation than if someone put in one staked Ethereum and had 50% ownership for the total pool. And the most important thing to consider here is that this is just APR rewards. You aren't buying the token. You can't buy it. You have to earn it. So if someone is offering you more coin before May 8th, 2024, it's a scam. I just wanted to make that clear. Anyways, because you aren't buying the coin, all of the tokens that you earn is on top of that initial investment is staked ETH. And if we refer back to Potato's dashboard, we can see this cool metric down here, which will calculate APR and return on investment. So if we get to a 500 million diluted valuation, your APR is already at 7%. And if I'm not mistaken, Lido staked ETH APR is have around 3 to 4%. So it's already an increase. Now you can see the benefit of the increased APR from more emissions. Now, another thing that I wanted to mention is that you need to keep in mind that your staked Ethereum is going to be locked up for 7 days from your initial stake. This was implemented to prevent attackers from exploiting the withdrawals of staked ETH before the rewards are actually received by the Morpheus protocol owned liquidity. Now, there might be a workaround to this in the future, but that is the situation at the time of this recording. And as always, please refer to the white paper for any official documentation when it comes to stuff like this. I will have a link in the description for that white paper. Another cool thing to note is that more coin is not minted until you press claim more and you receive your earned emission, and therefore it does not constitute as income. I just thought that was a brilliant decision made by the devs. So ultimately, it's a pretty good deal.
I'll make that deal. How about you bitch? You make that deal?
I'd make that deal.
I don't blame you. Damn good deal.
But what does constitute a good deal? This brings me to my next topic, the speculation on what the price will be at day 91. Well, that's very hard to know for sure. In part, it is dependent upon the total staked ETH that will be on day 91, which I can't say for sure where it will be. No one can. But thankfully, there is a phenomenal member of the community by the name of Anton B, who actually crunched the numbers and did some good calculations. Keep in mind, these are rough estimates and they are based upon speculation, but it gives us a really good baseline to go off of. So on the low end, based upon Anton's calculations, at 30,000 Ethereum deposited, the initial price would be around $12. And on the high end, there being 100,000 ETH, the price would be around $40. Currently, at the time of this recording, the total stake is around 67,000 staked Ethereum. So if nothing changes, which is highly unlikely, the price would be roughly around $27, $28. But again, keep in mind, we won't know for sure until day 91 because there's a constant change in the total state. Nonetheless, this is a great baseline of calculations done by Anton. Anton, thank you so much for these calculations and everything else that you do. I know that Morpheus is very grateful to have you. Okay, so I've talked a lot about the more coin and emissions, but now it's time to put my money where my mouth is. How much have I earned from staking? And what are some safe practices to ensure that my earned rewards are safe? So we're back on the Morpheus dashboard. We connect my wallet. We see that I've earned 0.8093 more this past week. It doesn't matter what the number is, it's free money.
Yeah, boy.
How can I be disappointed? So I eventually do want to claim this. And to initially stake, we have to use MetaMask, which is a browser wallet. Now, there's nothing wrong with MetaMask at all, but it is possible that I may forget my password and also lose my recovery phrase. And because the emissions earned are based upon that wallet, if I use the MetaMask wallet, I have a higher risk of losing it. So I recommend injecting your cold wallet directly through MetaMask so that you'll stake with your cold wallet address rather than the ETH address that's on your MetaMask. And I'm going to show you how to do that. And so what you're going to do is you're going to click at the top, then you're going to do add account or hardware wallet. And you see add new account. And then at the bottom, there's this add this hardware wallet. I'll take you to this dashboard. I use Ledger. So as we can see, plug your Ledger directly into the computer, then unlock it and open the Ethereum app. So it's important to have that Ethereum app open. So I have my wallet connected and I have the Ethereum app open. Press continue. You're going to see that as my wallet. Then it's going to see all the wallets that I have in there. Select the one that I want to inject that I'm going to stake with and press unlock. Super simple. And now we can see that I have my stuff on here. And we go back to the dashboard, connect that back up, and we can see that it's the initial one I staked. The cool thing about this is that if I completely misplace my MetaMask and I lose it, totally fine, because the wallet that I'm using now is my Ledger wallet. As long as I don't lose my Ledger or my cold wallet, totally fine, I'm taken care of. So that's just something I recommend. If you don't have a cold wallet, get one. It's much better than relying strictly on a browser wallet, more portable. And so that's it, guys. Have a good one.